Hey guys, been an eternity since a video or an update. Everything is changed, everything is different. Everything is just changed up. So we'll hit the highlights here real quick, and then there'll be more videos to come in depth on everything. Kind of the most obvious thing, obviously, that we're looking at here. This truck's been in the background of a few videos, and it had billet wheels, polished billet wheels on it, and you know, all the kind of the stock Denali trim or whatever. So really all we did here, got tired of polishing the wheels, same wheels, but that's House of Color Candy Tangerine with a kind of a custom twist on it. We added some pretty serious metal flake to it, kind of a copper color. It comes alive, but I don't know if it's really going to come out in the camera too much. The color's just, you could drown in it, it's so deep. And then we got rid of all the chrome, right? So the door handles, the trim, the mirrors, everything like that is now wrapped in vinyl. We did the black in between the windows. All the belt line trim is black. Emblems are painted to match the wheels. Bought an all black Denali grill and then wrapped the shell in vinyl to match the outside. This piece was chrome. I bought a paintable one off of a lower trim level truck, painted this satin black to kind of tie the front end together and get rid of the rest of the chrome. So just kind of change it up so it looks a little bit different than every other lifted truck in Texas. So but kind of the big elephant in the room, that's probably the biggest change, is this an Audi R8. So this was kind of a whim purchase. This wasn't calculated. It probably wasn't a good idea. It's a 2014. It is a V8. It is the S-Tronic transmission. It's not a gated manual. It belonged to a friend who was going through some life changes and needed to get rid of a bunch of cars. He was going to send a few to auction. He clearly has different problems than myself. So this car was one of the ones that was going to go to auction, and he was going to kind of take a bath on it because he had to get rid of them so quickly. So anyway, we ended up working a deal on the price for his reserve price. So anyway, but we'll do more videos on this one, more in depth. You know, kind of go over everything. This is it's a VF Engineering tuned car, so VF Engineering ECU tune, VF Engineering TCU tune, full fab speed exhaust, and a few other extra bits here and there. We'll get into that, kind of more detail and everything. We'll do a dedicated video to this one, and kind of talk about everything that's going on with this car. I've actually had this car about a year. It'll actually be a year in August. But it's been so long since the video was done. We'll go ahead and open the interior here so you can see it. Forgive my OCD, my towel on the floor. It is the Alcantara and fine leather package, whatever they call it. I don't know, it's something they charge you extra for. Everything's wrapped in leather, like the door clearly wrapped in leather, whatever, blah blah blah. Has the R8 GT steering wheel, Alcantara wrapped, Alcantara on the doors, Alcantara headliner, all that jazz. But we'll get into this car more. We'll do some more detailed videos on it. It's been a scream, absolute scream to own. And then there's my favorite over here, the 67. This one clearly has gone through some changes since the last time anybody's seen this one. It's on a Roadster Shop chassis now. She'll part your hair around the corner. It's ridiculous. It's fantastic now. It's got a healthy 406 in it now. We redid the interior. The car did actually get repainted and re-clear coated and had some things addressed on it. Redid the interior with leather and suede. We'll get into that more. Obviously backseat matches, but we'll get into this one more. This one's my favorite to own, just from a standpoint of just being my favorite car. This thing's an absolute scream and a half to drive and own. It's been reliable, it's been great. But probably the most fun is the little rowdy rooster over here, the little 2002 S10, or Sonoma rather. We put an LS7 in. We'll get into this one in more detail too. This one's an absolute just shameful scream to drive. It's a blast. Super clean truck. It was a one owner truck actually, and the guy decided to do like an X275 class with it, but he didn't want to cut the truck up, so he kept it super clean, super original. And we'll do a cold start on this thing actually. It's got an LS7 in it. I put that in there probably about 3.5 months ago. Used an integration harness, so that badge is not lying to you. It does have an LS motor in it. Working AC, all the factory gauges work in it and everything as advertised from the factory. This thing's just bananas to drive. A lot of fun. So we'll do a quick startup on that, and then we'll start doing some more videos on everything else around here. And anybody has any questions, we'll get into that. And if anybody's wondering, we will start getting some good pull videos in a couple of these cars. So this one flies. Maybe it's not a V10, but she rips. It's not a game at all. I've enjoyed this car. It's definitely not the fastest thing that I've ever driven, but it's no slouch. So we'll get a cold start over there on the little rooster, and shit, yeah, full send.